East versus West 3. I just got back. It's Tuesday. Janis was in Germany.
I just get back as well.
Yeah, and I already gave my thoughts. So how about we get some thoughts from Janis? What was your most?
How was your trip to Germany?
No. Let's start with this. What was the biggest surprise?
You asked me some predictions before fights, and more or less I was right. But I said Revaz and Michael Todd will be even fight, and Michael Todd will win at the end. It didn't happen, and I said also that Genadi have a good chance against Chaffee, but they will win at the end. But as we saw, they got out. And if we talk about first of all Chaffee and Genadi. After first 2 rounds, I don't think there was.
You went to the bathroom. You're like, nah.
I don't think there was anyone or more than 1% of all arm wrestling fans or experts who believe that something could still happen. But also, I know Genadi for close to 20 years, and I have seen him being able to pull back and to get back in a fight from worst positions possible. You have to remember some European World Championships where he pulling against Sergei Tokarev or our mate Norman Thompsons, and Genadi is like 1 millimeter from pad and still holding, and after a few seconds starting to talk shit to you, and you know that you are in trouble. And that's a Genadi I know, but still I wasn't expecting that. Still I wasn't expecting, because it seemed like that's it, it's over. And I was kind of surprised to see that when Genadi get inside, that in that inside game, he was able to beat Dave. I'm not saying easy, but he was able to beat him, and
convincingly.
And question. Could he beat fresh Dave inside, or Dave just get tired, or?
I have some insight on this. I talked with Genadi. I said, like, because I'm like, could you just win inside from the go? He said his top roll isn't as good as it used to be. He wanted to try it. He said, like, I know Dave needs to get tired. This is why he didn't go for a strap at the start. He went for a slip. He made him work. He said, and when I felt his hand is blown out, I still tried to top roll. But when I felt like the inside was there was something there.
Because first 2 rounds he clearly went for top roll for outside. Even without straps, he was trying to go, and he lost his own wrist and was out of position. And then
it looked like it's done. Yeah, he looked amazing. Yeah.
You always look amazing when you win, but it was very close, and it could end 3-0 for Dave, and no one would even remember about Genadi.
But it didn't.
It didn't.
But it didn't. The history is how it is. So Genadi messed up all the rankings in World of Arm Wrestling. You know, we're in such a deep mess.
That's what I said before. Genadi lost against Hermes. Hermes lost against Alex Kurdece lost against Dave. What could we expect from Genadi? But we know that arm wrestling is not. It's not so simple, and
it's so simple.
And we can't compare each against other only by who beat who.
Yeah,
and
it's a weird.
That's great. That's great. Yeah. And I wasn't surprised about that Genadi can win, but I was surprised about how it happened. After seeing those first 2 rounds.
Yeah.
I started with Revaz and Michael Todd. I was kinda sure that in the first round Revaz will take that hand, and I believe even Revaz in his mind was sure that first what will happen, he will easily take that hand. But it didn't happen. He was surprised, and he didn't know what to do after that, because he didn't have hand control. And Mike was in good angle, good position, and I think Revaz for sure was just thinking how he will go for that press, how will do the transition, how will get that shoulder behind, because he was in his mind already with that hand control.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen.
It didn't happen, and Mike looked really good. Mike was surprised too. He's like, how good I looked on that round, that first round. I think best.
But what was in the second round? Overconfidence for Mike?
I think maybe a little too overconfident from Mike, but as well, Revaz understood that the plan on taking the hand will not work, so he used as much side pressure and then dumped the wrist.
That's a fun part about super matches, and that thing that sometimes it seems one opponent is clearly stronger, and when you watch some videos, especially for those who are not so much in arm wrestling, they say, oh, he's 2 times stronger.
Yeah.
But you can see in super match very well that in first round one athlete is winning kind of easy, and in second all turning around, and it's absolutely different.
Yeah.
So it's. Arm wrestling is combat sport, and lot of tactical, technical things are making big difference. Sometimes even small things. In the second round, for me, Mike, I think thought that he will just hold Revaz.
Yeah, and
Revaz was more aggressive. He started to hit much more, and his attack with pronator with hand was better. He was not only holding on back pressure, but he used his wrist, his hand to get that position. And in the second round, ref was from Latvia. Referee Oleg Gantumura was a referee.
Yeah.
Second was Alexander from Croatia. If I'm not, I don't know. You was there. I was looking in cameras from my angle.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Mike's arm so strike for maybe last 15 years. It was. I'm not talking about position but it was absolutely straight.
Yeah.
And I was worrying about, first of all, to not get some biceps tear, some injury, some ligament tear for Mike, and secondly, I was thinking, what's from organizers, from Engin, from others, what's our for referees? Is it some task to finish fight? Is it some task to say that okay? Because in a WAF event,
yeah, you would get stopped for a straight on position.
It's
dangerous position.
Yeah, it's for me. It's looking like we talked with Philip after I was in Germany. I was watching together with Philip Stahlhofen, and he said it's looking like he's stretching his pec muscles, like just like okay, I'll stretch a little bit.
I don't know. See, the referees. It was weird because Engin.
I'm not talking about level. Yes,
no.
It was over.
Oh yeah. It was. The match was still going on, but I think referees were kind of, let's make this match not stop on some stupid foul. So I think they kind of ignored that thing. I don't know, because I didn't think of it. I was still looking for that elbow and the shoulder going up, and Mike was fighting for that position.
He was not much under. He was in a good level, but
straight position.
But arm was. You can check in the video if you have. It was especially from camera angle. Maybe referee have a different angle and it's not so straight as it looked.
Yeah, cameras and there were people saying that like the pins. Why didn't they call the pin? Because the camera angle was downwards.
Yeah.
So sometimes it looks like it's a pin, but you know.
And Oleg is a WAF class referee, WAF referee. He knows that, and I believe.
Alexander as well. So
they both. So I thought, okay, maybe that's how it should be. Maybe. They said like, okay, anything happening, just let the fight go on. I don't know, but that was first, and I was kind of worried about injuries. And second, I was surprised how good Revaz can get in this shoulder press, especially in the second round. How good and he get down in a third, fourth round. He was a little bit more out of center, not so easy for him to finish. In the first, he was so good position for the tricep press.
Yeah, he very patient. He just waited. He just waited. I think that the last round there was a fast start from Mike. And they called coincidental fouls. I don't know why, but I think Mike won that one. But of course, sometimes it happens so fast that referees can only see what they saw. So sometimes there was, and the second referee saw the elbow coming up. You cannot tell at which point was the pin first, or the elbow of the opponent. Win convincingly. So those are not the problems.
But what I have to say. Like it or not like Mike's style, all King's move and everything, it's always pleasure for me to watch. I really enjoyed that match, and
going to war.
Yeah, and you watch and you think, okay, even if it's such position, can opponent find a way how to deal it? And for me it's interesting because you need some physical, technical, tactical ability to deal with it. It's possible to beat, but you need to have some tools to do it. And for me it's that's why even if I'm not fan of King's move but it's absolutely enjoyable to watch fights.
Because it's a problem that you need to solve.
Yeah.
And I think we saw a little bit of the old Mike. You know, he didn't stop. He just went for it. He was fighting all the rounds and like.
But I think
he was so.
You should ask him, or probably he has said already somewhere. I think he relaxed too much in the second round. I think he relaxed.
He gave up too much.
He gave him up, and he felt like he can hold in the first round, and with Mike usually it's no problem with his endurance. We know that, and if Mike is stronger than you in the first round, it seems like okay, I will do it again easily. And
maybe
this time,
maybe. Well, Mike see this, and Mike will tell us.
Absolutely. So that was fun. It was fun.